Hello friends, welcome to another Summoning Stone review. This week we have Chow. Chow is a pretty solid water damage dealer. You can build him tanky and he still does damage, which is really nice. Heals, cleanse himself. Justice ignores things like shield and defense buff. So a pretty solid damage dealer. Is he the best blue damage dealer? Probably not, but still pretty solid nonetheless. Rica is a sick, nasty CC machine. She's got the slow to help you build turn advantage. She's got dots that help melt the enemy team. She's got stun, not very reliable. I think it's 70%, 75 when she's scaled up. So that kind of sucks. Built-in violent chance on skill 1. If you put them to sleep, you get the extra turn, which is pretty sick too. And then if you do have an extra Rica leg around, this crit rate lead is really premium for Bale R5. You can build the Bale really low and use double attack if you got a Rica. Taranys is a reviver that defense buffs, which is pretty awesome. His second skill scales with defense, and his base defense is the highest among the elemental nat 5, so he can hit pretty hard. And then first skill stun, which is always nice. I pulled him not long ago and I can confirm he's pretty good. A lot of people run on crit damage, and I don't really like crit damage build because most of the time you're going to target the reviver, right? If your reviver is on crit damage, it's not going to be as tanky as it could be. I've moved mine to be like really high defense and HP with crit, and he only hits maybe 10% less than he was on the crit damage build. So I recommend like speed, defense, HP kind of build with high crit. 4 stars, we have Charlene. Charlene's third skill hits really hard, scales with the number of debuffs the enemy has. So she can hit really hard, but the hits are random, so it's really good for things like R5 where there's only one thing to hit. Also great skill ups for Faye. Pumpkin, all the pumpkins kind of suck. Except Chilling. Chilling's not bad, you can use him. It's a not pretty good stripper. Speed scaling, you know, not bad. All the other pumpkins are pretty bad though. Fire Sniper. Fire Sniper has a hidden aim ability, which I think is really bad. This ability kind of sucks. Give up your turn to do extra damage on the next turn. His passive is really interesting though. Passive defense break on a random enemy is pretty good. RNG is pretty good for like defense wise. And then first skill ignores damage reduction, defense buff, shield, like Chow's Justice. Great skill ups for the blue one though, and the light one is also pretty good. Great for anti-snipe. Orochi used to be really popular for giants way back in the day. This skill does a lot of dots. When the dots tick, the boss basically dies. He was also pretty popular when Ager Skugel Triana was really popular in siege defense, but I think that kind of fell off. But if you still see that in your sieges, he's really good because he has really high base HP when he's 6-star awakened, because he's a HP type monster for some reason, even though he scales all on speed. You basically blow up the Ager with your Orochi and then heal back up after the Skugel Rock, and it's an easy win. Orang used to be super premium lead for R5 when people were running Katarina, but everybody's kind of moved away from Katarina and onto the Bale R5. This skill hits super hard. So if you do need a wind damage dealer, she does hit really hard. Or if your Lucian team needs an attack power leader, Orang is also 40% attack leader, which is pretty solid. For 3 stars this week, Furion is an interesting attack bar buffer. 50% attack bar and you get crit rate buff. But his base speed is pretty low. So The elephant is pretty good for like tractor, bulldozer kind of teams because he does give defense buff. And he is really tanky with his passive. If you do need a defense buffer, it's not bad, free to play one. Rauk is probably the best 3-star on the list this week, especially since he has a 2A. He does a lot of damage, defense break, team up, which brings down the cooldown of the things that he's teaming up with, which is really strong. And then extra turns from the passive. And he has a great speed. So overall, pretty solid monster and really fun to use when he just pops off and kills their whole team by himself. And then Michelle is a pretty good free-to-play reviver. She revives with a 3rd skill. It's HP ratio. So if you're like being cleaved and then you try to use her, they're not going to revive with very much. But if they're being single targeted out, like in Labyrinth, where the boss just kills something, this revive is pretty good. And then they buff the heal, so she heals extra now based on the number of buffs elongated or debuffs reduced. So she actually heals a lot if you have buffs. So if you're running her with like Fran or Wusa, it's basically full heal. And that's our summoning stones for the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.